Today I want to talk about disempowerment. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath together. And I just ask that we're grounded, present, and open to receive messages. How are we disempowering ourselves right now? Emperor and Ace of Pentacles. It's a sense of not focusing on what you're bringing in. It almost feels like a sense of control and not recognizing that you have a new sense of power and that you have a lot of respect around you. So in a sense, it's like you're not willing to take some steps forward because of how you're perceived or how you're perceiving yourself, or maybe just like what you've heard about yourself in the past. But you have some new goals in mind and ones that you've already been working for and towards that are ready for you to take action. So it's recognizing that you do have the power and not allowing yourself to hold back what's already yours. I think it's like a sense of leaning into what you feel like you deserve and nurturing those parts of yourself that want newness in your life. So how is this disempowerment coming up consciously? How are you consciously making this choice right now? Seven of Pentacles and Eight of Swords. Heavy fear of the future. And I think there is right now. And I don't even have to get into anything specific, but I feel like there's a lot of this energy that's moving through our collective because fear is how we control people. And it's how we disempower ourselves. And I think you're well aware of that. I think you're very much in tune with the power that fear has over people, society, and yourself. And I think what the cards are saying here is that it's like it's interesting to kind of see the way that the lines meet from here on this card to the swords coming out, and it's facing the battle. You have the strategy, you have the tools, and the disempowerment isn't about getting caught up in the mental aspects of it and not put and overthinking things. The disempowerment, I think, comes from not believing that you don't have the strength. I think there's you're tired, and you're tired of maybe not seeing results. You're tired of having to put so much effort into something, and it's like, I don't want to weather this storm anymore. And I think just that thought process, while it's important to recognize and honor your feelings about everything, it's not to allow yourself to become those thoughts. And how do you step out of that heaviness? So let's go ahead and look at unconsciously how you're being disempowered right now. Ten of Pentacles and Temperance. These are dogmatic points of view. You have an ideal, values, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I think your structure has probably worked for you for a long time, but it's kind of about leaning into a new sense of guidance. It's almost like looking at everything that you've brought into your life, consciously or not. You have great faith, and there's the aspects of a blind faith and just kind of following the leader And that's okay. Like, it's gotten you where you are, and there's a sense of needing to learn how to follow so that you can be your own leader. But now it's time to take the beliefs that you've built, take the understanding of whether it's spirituality, but it's all about how it's manifested into your physical world right now, and saying what you need to say and be blunt, and creating the beliefs and having the adventures, and you've done all this in a sense. And like, it's about recognizing that you have a lot of this knowledge inherently in you, and don't give your credit to somebody else, whether you see it as a teacher, or you see them as a teacher, or the teachings of a certain philosophy. They've resonated with you, and they've got you where you are. And it's important to honor it, like I was saying. But bottom of the deck is 10 of Wands. It's also creating stress and tension, and that's what religion can kind of do sometimes. When I was breaking out of my religious upbringing, there was a sense of like seeing how religion oppressed me and disempowered me in a sense, right? But embracing spirituality and seeing that all these rivers of beliefs have the same sort of thing. We go to the same ocean, and some are more dogmatic, some try to keep us controlled because of a different reason, right, that we don't have to get into. But it's recognizing that you get to create your life and your own beliefs, and you have the experience to do that. You have the wisdom to do that. And it's about believing in yourself. And so how can we lean into empowerment for a closeout? 5 of Swords, 8 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and I kind of have the Tower sticking out right here. And so I think you got to push through, man. This is heavy. The 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, it is about creating distance, and whether it's from those beliefs, I think it's like waking up and rebuilding the structures that feed you, that give you emotional safety, mental clarity. It's not about bypassing, right? We hear spiritual bypassing a lot, and when we see cards like the Tower, we can flinch or run, but it's something to be embraced. It's something to as difficult as they can be at times, and there's so many variables about how those difficulties arise in our life. But how do we come through transformation, death and rebirth, and how do we alchemize the heaviness and the hurt and the pain into something that's beautiful for us, something that we can be proud of, and something that doesn't ruminate in our mind where we live in regret and feel the pain of our past? Because expressing it, whether it's through art or anything, right, whatever you want to do to express yourself, that builds your confidence, because whatever you've gone through in the past is needing to be shared. And maybe it's not your story directly, right? But as you start to open up and experiment in the world, and as vague as this maybe kind of sounds, your energy in itself is something to be shared. Your vibration doesn't have to be, oh, this is my story and this is what I've been through. Just sharing your energy where it needs to be shared. And so with the 8 of Cups, 5 of Swords, and 5 of Pentacles, walk away from the old beliefs that keep you in fear and control, that want to keep you locked in a certain mentality. It's your time to break free. I almost feel like that the Queen song, I Want to Break Free. And I thought that was important to add. Hope you have a beautiful day. Much love.